So we were talking earlier about how fat I am and how I enjoy M&Ms more than I enjoy the time it takes to lose the weight.
And I put myself into this sacrifice isn't the word.
Discipline?
Well, discipline is the positive way to spin it. So I've just been like really honing in on the caloric deficit the last couple days.
Well, why wouldn't it be a positive spin to get healthy?
Well, I was going to use some sort of self-deprecating humor, like torture. I've really put myself in the self-torture mode. Like, I'm going to suffer. I'm just going to be hungry.
I'm going to waterboard myself until I'm full.
What?
That's what dieting feels like to me.
Waterboarding?
Waterboarding until you're full.
Except an empty version?
It's just your tears.
Instead waterboard yourself with your starvation tears.
Starvation
That's
tears.
so hungry.
I don't like dieting because this is a big topic around here right now.
Yeah,
because Liza's doing a great job getting healthy and like losing weight, and I make my kid eat healthy.
Yeah,
like I'm a big have a banana or like eat some fruit or like. No, you can't have that. It's too late. You're not eating that at this hour.
my wife's very conscious about how we talk about food and diets and bodies in front of our daughter, so that in the effort to not create some sort of body issue image that I hear women talk about being prevalent in American society.
Well, that's part of it. For women and girls alike. Another reason why they shouldn't be on social media, just to throw that in there, because I like to say that a lot.
Right.
That's clearly my movement here in life, is to make sure people get their kids off social media.
Get your kids off social media. There's a guy, we talked about that guy. He's another reason.
Well, I want to finish talking about dieting.
We'll come back to
first. The idea of, I like the idea of getting healthy more than I like actually getting healthy.
But have you thought about, if you do it, then it becomes your new normal? Right? Like, you can change yourself through changing of habits. And there's a hump to get over that's painful. But once you're over that, then it becomes just a new routine. And you're like, oh, and you adjust. And you're like, this isn't so bad. I enjoy this now. Because you see the results, and the results kind of provide this positive feedback. And you're like, okay, not having the M&Ms isn't really so bad.
I don't know if it's painful as much as it's annoying.
It's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable move to change any habit. And since we eat all the time, it's kind of a thing that humans have to do, right?
Yeah.
It's a very uncomfortable thing to change. But if you push through that uncomfort, get to the other side, maybe you find out it's not so bad.
Right. Well, there's a lot of different reasons to do it. I just don't care at this point. That's what, that's really what it is. I just don't care.
Right. And that's how I was 2 months ago. Leading up to the holidays, I don't care.
I don't want to be 600 pounds.
Right.
But I know.
That's why I'm like, I'm going to have this piece of cheese because I don't care. Because I'm going to enjoy this piece of cheese right now.
I love that you're like, I'm going to have this. I'm like, I'm going to have this cake. Not like a slice. I'm going to have this cake because I want it right now.
Well, I make up for it in drinking. I like to drink.
Yeah.
I haven't had anything to drink since Friday.
Really?
And it's Thursday. And I don't remember the last time I went this long without having a drink was when I did dry January 2 years ago.
You must be so thirsty. That's a dad joke.
My daughter hates dad jokes, but I think she loves to hate them.
Yeah, I think everybody loves to hate them.
So that's a big win for me, and I'm not struggling either. It's like, okay, I got past the couple days of it's a habit. It's not a dependency. It's like I'm just used to. It's the end of the day, and I give myself excuses. Kind of like your excuse now is that you don't care, and really what that is an excuse to not go through the comfort, the discomfort.
But it's not uncomfortable for me because I can make healthy food that tastes good.
Right. It's about eating less and not eating all the sugary stuff.
Correct.
Which is an uncomfortable thing to do. You'd be like, oh, I shouldn't eat that cake because it's not the best thing for me, but no, I don't care. Right? It's just an excuse. Like, I come home, or the kids come home and it's evening, and I'm like, oh, the kids are, man, they're a handful. I'll have a drink because the kids are a handful.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not eating cake because the kids are a handful.
Well, that's another thing. There's stress eating. Do you stress eat?
No. Maybe. I mean, sometimes I probably do, but it's not like I'm not sitting around being like, I'm so stressed, I need a sandwich. Or
it's not. It's not like I'm going to do this to. I mean, that happens with drinking. Like, I had a stressful day, so I'm going to have a drink as a reward for having the stressful day, or it's something to look forward to. I mean, it's all just about excuses to.
Lately,
we're constantly coming up with reasons to legitimize our behavior.
Yeah.
That's our. In order to be a human, we have to function that.
I have not been stressed of late. I have built a life that has made me extraordinarily comfortable. So I'm not, like, I get annoyed, but not from stress. Like, I get annoyed from people doing dumb shit, like the kids doing dumb shit, where I'm like, why are you doing that? Why is that a thing? Like, why are we, stop doing that. Like, it's annoying. But it's not stressful. Like, I have done a good job of redesigning my life around what I wanted it to be in this current set of circumstances.
And accepting your current set of circumstances.
Well, I looked at my current set of circumstances and I said, okay, this is what my circumstances are. How can I build a life that makes me feel good based on the things I can't change? Because there are certain things in my life that I can't change, and then there are other things that I don't want to change. Like, I can't change the fact that I'm a dad. Like, you can't change it. Like, you just, like, some people can. I'm not that person.
Right. You could.
Yeah. Like, I could be like, done with you, bro. Peace.
But then that makes you more than a giant asshole.
Right. Like, you become a real big piece of shit on that. But so there are factors that you can't, like, I have dogs. Right? Like, I believe you can't just get rid of your pets or your kids. Like, I don't believe in it. I don't think that that's a thing. Then there are things I don't want to change, like my relationship with Liza. I like being with her. I like our life together. Do we have our ups and downs? Of course. Do we have aggravation and arguments? Of course. Is there work that has to go into it? Of course. But I don't mind the work.
But it's all worth it.
Right. So then you look at it and you go, okay, so what can I do to pay my bills? And I was a person that really loved waiting tables. I really enjoyed being a waiter. I had no qualms with it. Like, I just really enjoyed it. But the time on the weekends that you had to put in to make the right money.
Right. You can't work lunch shift Monday through Friday and make the money that you need to support the lifestyle that you want.
Right. So then I created my own business model, and then from there, that grew, and I worked it out to be, okay, this is what I want. And now I'm doing this with you, but before this, I went to therapy, right? I have a therapist that I go to religiously every 2 weeks. I meet and talk shit out and figure that out, and then I accepted the lack of relationship with any sort of outside extended family, which I've never really had good relationships with family anyways, so it's not like it mattered. But now I've talked myself through it and understand it more. So I've done a good job of relieving the stress, but there are still annoyances that occur. Like, I don't like going into my kids' room and seeing it a mess. I don't like cooking dinner and then having to clean up the mess on top of it. Like, I don't mind cooking, but I've always lived in the rule of, if I cook, you clean. But I was a single man for years, so I cooked and cleaned for myself, but now you're cooking and cleaning for 4 other people. You don't want to clean up the mess too. But then you get irritated because kids are learning, so the annoyance is, yes, they're doing it, but they're doing it wrong. And that's legitimate. They're like legitimately doing it wrong. Like they're not actually washing or cleaning anything. And then you have older kids that should be getting it and doing it right, and they're not doing it right. So that's not stressful, it's just annoying, right? So I don't know that stress is a factor as much as annoyed is a factor, and that comes from my own anxiety. Anxiety is a factor. So I may anxious eat, long story short. It may come from that. Because it does, like, I mean, there is something calming about some fucking peanut M&Ms. I'm not gonna lie. It does calm me down. But I don't need it. And then sometimes, like, I'm a guy that legit will eat out of boredom.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just be like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a snack.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That'll be something to do. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Am I hungry?
No.
So I could eat anyway.
Yeah.
I could make myself think I'm hungry.
Like, and then you get, like, I do it, like, I'll brush my teeth, so I won't eat anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if it's, like, 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I'll just like,
yeah, I do that too.
I'm brushing my teeth.
Yeah, I did that the other night. I was like, all right, I'm done.
I'll just drink water, and I'll brush my teeth, and I'll be done with it. And it works. Like, it really does work for me to just be like, okay, I already brushed my teeth, so that's done. Like, I don't have to satisfy a craving or anything else based on that. But I don't know, it's just like getting back to the point is I think it's the time, it's not even the effort, it's the time that it takes to work out. Like the exercise time is like something that bothers me.
You'd rather take that time and do something else.
I would totally rather do something else with that time. And I don't care if it's like legitimately like watching, like I love watching movies and TV shows. Like I just enjoy that. Like I enjoy that type of storytelling. I even listen to audiobooks. So I can do that while I work out, which I have to. Like if I get on the elliptical, because I just bought an elliptical. So if I get on the elliptical, I need to be watching something. Like I have to turn my phone on.
You gotta distract yourself.
Like I need a video on to like, I need my brain engaged. Because if my brain's not, like when you're on an elliptical or a bike or something, your brain is not engaged. Especially, well, it is like a bike if you're outside, but I don't ride a bike. It was just, I guess we have a Peloton, so I was like referencing that. But your brain is not engaged in that. If my brain has to be engaged, or I'm like, yep, done with this. This is fucking stupid. I'm out of here. Like I just get bored that fast, and like music doesn't cut it. Like it has to be like thought-provoking, engaging.
As opposed to the meditative quality of...
I don't find it meditative.
Step after step.
Yeah. I don't find that meditative at all. I find that to be irritating.
Annoying.
Yeah. I spend a lot of time being annoyed. Thanks for watching!
That's what they do on... I saw a guy on YouTube do that.